What's going on, guys? I had a bit of a bad day. You can tell, well, my hair's dried a little bit now. I took a shower late in the evening right now. I didn't get to shower last night because, well, my my water was frozen. And I didn't really think about it because I forgot that it was supposed to get extremely cold, like overnight. It hasn't been so cold that it was unbearable and the pipes would freeze, stuff like that. Unfortunately, it happened last night, and I was like, okay, not a big deal. I'll let it thaw out in the morning. Tomorrow, whatever, and I'll take a shower then, wash my clothes. Well, morning hits, and I realize it's way colder than I thought. I was like, well, I still got cold water, whatever. Let me go cut the, get some heat on in the utility room because, just FYI, this house is very old, and my utility room for my laundry, for my washer and dryer, and my hot water heater is separated from the house. It's in its own little thing. And not very weatherproofed, which is my fault. I should have already jumped on that. But normally what I do, which is stupid, to be honest, it's on me, I disconnect my hot water, or my washer and dryer lines, and I just put them in the drain and let them kind of drain. I stream them a little bit. I stream the heat, the hot water and cold water just a little bit, just to let it keep the pressure from building up and freezing. That's normally what I do. I didn't do that last night. So, at first I just thought it was a frozen pipe. It's not a big deal. Maybe it didn't blow anything. And unfortunately, and fortunately at the same time, it did. It blew a pipe. But the pipe was an exposed pipe out in the open. Now I was angry. Because what happened, I didn't notice that it was froze over or busted. I went into my utility room, not thinking much of it. I used the heater itself to kind of heat up the room. Or the dryer itself to heat up the room, which I've done a few times. And what ended up happening about an hour later, I was like, maybe it's thawed out by now. I go in there to check, and there's water just coming out and going out the garage into the backyard. Not a lot. Okay, not a lot. Okay, just fair enough where I don't think it's going to affect my water bill. But I look, and it's just shooting up out of the pipe. I was like, oh, great. I have a busted pipe. So I call my uncle because I'm freaking out a little bit. And he's usually the one that I got to call to kind of get my bearings to understand what steps to take, because I can get a little bit overwhelmed and angry very quick at dumb things like this, which 100% my fault. Okay, I didn't do everything I was supposed to do. Being I have an older house, there's a few steps I need to take. I haven't fully updated everything. The pipes that they put in were just garbage, and unfortunately I had to reconnect those with the same garbage pipes. So I went to Home Depot and got the right pipes. I brought them back, and what I was going to take is the spigot off that has the attachment. I was going to take everything off and pop it off and just, try to pop the old line off, which isn't easy, but that's what I was going to do. I was just going to replace the two lines, put an elbow in and a connector. That was it, a little coupling, whatever, and be done. Super easy, shouldn't take long. I already have stuff for pipes. I have pipe cutters, which I lost, so I had to buy those. Get my trip out to town, whatever, get everything done. Come back. Start measuring everything out, go to take the spigot off, and I go to try to twist it, and I snapped all the way to the inside of it. So the spigot's broken, or the coupling for it, which is threaded and everything. It's broken. I'm home. I gotta go back to town. So I go all the way back to town. Okay, I get the right fitting, get everything done, get a new spigot on it and everything for the water line for the washer. Get everything done. By the way, still got some of that goo on me. Or not the goo, that's the cleaner. Get everything done. I literally pre-built it. It's not that hard. I already had the measurements. I done cut everything, slid everything in together. All I got to do is clean up the actual line. And finally get it in there, drill everything, give it the time it takes to wait. The curing time, from what I've read on everything, was a lot lower when it's colder. So it didn't take long. Needless to say, finally, everything's running. So it's late in the evening. I was going to stream today. I was going to wash some clothes, take a shower this morning, go and get breakfast. But my day got started a little bit late because, it was freezing. I just said, whatever. I'm not going to do a whole lot. And then I'd wash clothes. I noticed more and more, it seemed like I had no water pressure rather than a lack of hot water, like a frozen pipe. That's when I guess I went outside to double check, and that's when I noticed that everything blew up. So I got it everywhere on me. It's still in my fingernails. I didn't get it off my palm that well because that was me just shoving the pipe back down, twisting it a little bit to make sure it got everywhere. I made sure everything was good. It's garbage pipe, but it'll hold, it'll work. I just have to take extra precautions. I did not, like I said, I don't have it prepared for winter. That's my fault, and I need to do that going forward. But we only have 2 more days. It should be warming back up, and if it does, it shouldn't get It's gonna be like 8 degrees tonight, so I definitely have to have all my lines, like every one of the lines in the house, streaming. And I've seen quite a few. Like my cold water should be fine, but just in case, I'm going to stream every faucet I have. It's cheaper to pay a water bill that's like $40-$50. Trust me, I've already had this problem. It's cheaper to do that than it is to try to let a water line underground bust or let a whole line crack, whatever it is. Now, I have like PEX or Shark, I can't remember which one, but I have the more higher dollar one that can swell really big, and normally it doesn't reach to that, but it can swell, it can take the damage. But some of the pipes that are under the house and in some of the connections are older pipes. They're not exactly the new ones that I prefer, and none of it's weatherproofed, which is another investment I gotta go through to do. But it has been a nonstop headache today, because what also topped it off, my truck didn't start. It would not start. The battery was shit. I got it jump started. Everything's good. I checked the battery with the tester. There's something siphoning power off my truck, so I had to jump start it, get it running. It's good. And to make everything worse, which I'm about to have to go take care of in the freezing cold, is I still got to change my oil. The oil needs to be changed. I also got to fill up the damn coolant slash antifreeze, because that's actually pretty low. So I've had one problem after another, which usually happens, especially if you're a homeowner. You end up running into a lot of issues one after another. Today has been frustrating. If it wasn't for the fact I could call my uncle for almost anything that I have an issue with, and he could talk me through it, I could fix it. He actually offered to fix it anyway, because it was like a 2-minute fix. I kid you not. The most of the time was, first off, getting the line. Went, got the line, the fittings, and it was just going to be a quick replacement. Then I saw the crack, ran up further towards the actual coupling that runs into the spigot, which was threaded. That's when I went to try to disconnect everything and broke it. So I had to go back and to get more. And then once everything was literally fitted, I had everything easily cut. It wasn't but this long. I think it was like 8 inches for one line and 6 inches for the other. And the only unfortunate thing, I cut it a little bit short, which actually worked out, because where it was kind of screwed into the wall, it came up shorter, so it's new position. So it wasn't the old holes, and everything kind of fitted better. But now that everything's running, I'm good. I got clothes washing. Everything's going to be dried. I'm going to take everything out and let it just... I'm just going to stream until it's time to wash clothes, and I'm going to put the cold line on and keep the hot water streaming, because the cold water is going to be less likely to bust, because, like I said, I had whole new lines, which was my main line from outside, which froze a lot. Usually my house would have frozen water because of the line outside, which came from the meter, which now I got it like 2 feet underwater, or I said underwater, 2 feet underground, like I said, and it's running where it should not ever get frozen. But I still stream my water anyway, because, I mean, down here it's going to be next to impossible trying to get anybody to fix it right now, because everything's freezing over. And a lot of people are like me, don't really weatherproof that much, and we don't get freezing weather to the point that it would literally freeze lines that easily. It does still freeze here, don't get me wrong, but it's not an occurrence that happens for weeks on end to where every single day is fighting to keep the pipes running. It literally could happen a couple of days a week, maybe a week, is what I've ever experienced. It's never been just horribly bad. Usually about 28, 25 degrees below, that's when things start becoming a problem. And last night it was 20 degrees, literally by 9:30. I did not pay attention. I got off the game. I knew I was off today. So that was another thing. I was off today. Sheer luck that I was off to where I could actually do all this. And it took me a few hours just to get everything. I mean, like I said, it was a 5-minute job. But my head is hurting now, so I'm waiting on my food to be delivered, because I don't feel like cooking now. I don't feel like going out, grabbing anything. I just ordered some food so I can sit down, eat, chill, I don't know, may play the game. I still have other things I need to do to get taken care of and get everything done. But yeah, that's been my day so far. My day off, which I was going to stream and hang out with everybody, which didn't happen. I may still get to be able to do it for about 2 hours. I don't know. I'm about to upload this and probably eat my food and see where everybody's at. I think my uncle's out hunting right now, so if he comes back in time, he may get on the game early. I don't know. I know I'm going to go get me some beer. I'm going to go have me a beer. And like I said, if I stream, I'll stream and chill with some people, play some games, whatever, just whatever kind of tickles my fancy. But right now, I'm super fed up with everything going on, and I just need to calm down, chill, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So yeah. That's about all I can say. Y'all have a good one.